When they do it to the halls of Congress, we should pardon them. Is that your position?
No, I've never.
Are we okay with the January 6th pardons?
I know you haven't been around for a while, so let me educate you about my position about January the 6th.
I'm so sorry.
Let me educate you.
No, you don't need to patronize
you don't need to.
me.
You don't need to be condescending to me. So let me educate you about my position. You want to attack me? Sorry, you're a condescending person who hasn't been paying attention to what I do.
Okay, stop, guys.
So here's the issue. I didn't support what happened on January the 6th and was one of the first Republicans to call it out. I don't support the pardons. I have repeatedly, just like my friend Ashley here, said that no violence in our political system is acceptable. But this right here, what's going on with a guy who helps our country, who runs successful companies, who doesn't have to be doing this, and now one of his companies is under systematic terroristic threat and violence all over the country, and people seem to be laughing about it or fine with it, it's outrageous. I've sat at this table and had people say, we should cut Elon Musk from the government totally. He rescued our astronauts today. Is that what we want? The treatment of this guy is outrageous. These people who are doing this need to be found, put in jail, and made an example of. That's my point. The other night, Donald Trump said these are domestic terrorists. Everybody laughed about it and scoffed at it. That video looks like terrorism to me. I mean, it's obviously an organized, coordinated effort, however people are communicating with each other, to do this to people around the country who chose to buy a Tesla at some point in the past, many of whom I'm sure are Democrats who bought them in the first place, all because their entire political worldview is ruled by their emotions. And that's the American left right now. It is one angry mob after another willing to take things into their own hands, up to and including keying, firebombing, and otherwise vandalizing cars and car dealerships and charging stations. It's outrageous. It is terrorism. People ought to be put in jail and left there for a very long time and be taught a lesson.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so cold?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, what's going on, family? I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life, man. But right now, this is ridiculous, man. And I pray that Trump goes out and signs an executive order for this domestic terrorism. I mean, it's these domestic terrorists, man. I'm being honest, man. You know, they need to be made an example of. Throw them in jail. They'll learn. You know, these liberals, these activists, domestic terrorism was what we're seeing, man. It is ridiculous. You know, like I'm gonna just show. I have to be careful recording this video because there's some things, man, that these people are doing that can't be shown on YouTube. But it is bad, you know. And then we'll get into the to Scott Jennings on CNN because it went nuclear on there. I mean, it went, man. But it's ridiculous what is happening right now. People have lost their mind. Trump derangement syndrome, Elon Musk derangement syndrome, Tesla derangement syndrome. What we're seeing right now, man. Look what they're doing, man. People are becoming famous off these Tesla cameras. And if y'all don't know, I've owned Tesla for 5 years. Love Tesla. I would tell anybody go get one. The market is even great for them right now. If you're in the used market, y'all know EVs don't hold their value. You do your research. Before you get one, do your research though. They're amazing vehicles. I've had somebody do a hit and run on me 3 years ago, and we caught it because of the cameras. It has the best technology. And people think that they could just do whatever and don't even know that they're being recorded, some of these people, you know. But it is crazy, man. They're keying and then getting into vehicles. They're walking around keying people's Teslas. You know, and as I scroll, it's going to get even worse. As you see, things are on fire. And I'm going to read this out loud, man. This right here, because this is the huge point of the video. Very soon, someone is going to be killed for driving a Tesla. We are rapidly heading into that direction And everyone knows it. And the left will celebrate when it happens. Pure evil. Caught on camera, mom driving Tesla. Berated.
Tesla.
I was thankfully by myself.
Lee was on the way to a doctor's appointment in Linwood Wednesday morning when she says all of a sudden a driver behind her just laid on the horn as they came up to a red light. Things spiraled out of control when a white SUV followed her and cut her off, stopping in the middle of the road.
Gets out and walks straight up to my window. So I cracked my window.
This really, like, y'all don't know how pissed I am, man. And I hope they come out and signs an executive order for these domestic terrorists. I'm telling you, man. And we have a Tesla sitting outside, and I want somebody to feel brave enough, you know, and let me catch somebody. I'm telling you, you're gonna get made an example out of. And over here in Texas, and that's one reason why you don't see a lot of these cases in Texas, because we make an example out of you. This state allows us to make an example out of you. You would get made an example out of. Damaging somebody's property. Somebody worked hard, man. And you mad at the people that's exposing the corruption. That's what really pisses me off. Not who did it, but the ones who are exposing it. Exposing the fraud, the abuse, the waste. People with their hands in the cookie jar. You're mad at that. And this is why you lost to begin with. The guy can be doing anything else he want right now. Oh, I almost said something, but I'm not gonna say it, man. Well, come over here with that crap. We're gonna make an example out of you.
Window, and I said, what is the problem? He goes, you need to sell your car. This is a Nazi car.
You know, you gonna rampage me on the road, make me pull over, threatening me, and tell me I need to sell my car and it's a Nazi car. That's how deranged these individuals. It's a mental illness, y'all. It is a mental illness. I'm being dead serious right now. People have lost their minds. Same when the fake news CNN, when Elon Musk did this. You know, they've been calling us Nazis, MSNBC. You see why the Joy Reids are fired. Why people are fired. Why people are not trusted. The fake news, the fake headlines. Nazis. Hitler, dictator. On day one. Day one was years ago. Racist. Things that have been debunked and debunked time and time after again because you didn't want to tell the truth. You didn't want to play the full clip of what Trump actually said. This is one of the reasons why there's so much deranged individuals. They can't think for themselves. They believe in the first thing that they see. And again, on top of this, the fake news has spread all this hatred. There needs to be an executive order that Trump needs to come on, and they need to. I'm telling you, man, they need to come after these Tesla terrorists, man. Tesla terrorists, what we have now. You know,
You're driving it. You need to sell your car.
Lee says she's been driving a Tesla for the last 2 years. She says a man wearing a camouflage jacket and a ski mask attacked her for it.
It's really sad, like, that this is what's happening to people who honestly, it doesn't affect how I believe or what I believe. It's just the car I drive.
It's just a car, man.
Seattle, it was climate's important, our footprint's important. This seemed like the right move for our very busy family.
This, however, isn't the first incident or act of vandalism reported. We've seen attack after attack after.
Things on fire. This is crazy, man. You know, this is crazy, man. You know, this man walked up to a Tesla and stabbed the tires multiple times, you know. And as I scroll down, it gets worse, man. You know, look at them keying. This keying. As I scroll down, it gets worse. You know, Tesla Model 3 burned down to the ground. You know, they left somebody's car on fire, and when they walk out to go to work, they can't even go to work. It pisses me off, man. It really does. You know. And the worst one I've seen is the one with, not the one with, there was one when the guy's peeing on the Tesla, but then this like this fat liberal guy takes his hand. I know y'all seen the video, puts it in his pants and smears it on the Tesla. But this brings me to this point, man, with Scott Jennings on CNN. You know, and I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. They don't deserve Scott Jennings, man. He needs his own show, and they ought to shut CNN down.
So doubtful it's Republicans attacking Tesla dealerships around the country. It's pretty wild, actually. The other night, Donald Trump said these are domestic terrorists. Everybody laughed about it and scoffed at it. That video looks like terrorism to me. I mean, it's obviously an organized, coordinated effort, however people are communicating with each other, to do this to people around the country who chose to buy a Tesla at some point in the past, many of whom I'm sure are Democrats who bought them in the first place, all because their entire political worldview is ruled by their emotions. And that's the American left right now. It is one angry mob after another willing to take things into their own hands, up to and including keying, firebombing, and otherwise vandalizing cars and car dealerships and charging stations. It's outrageous. It is terrorism. People ought to be put in jail and left there for a very long time and be taught a lesson.
So when they do it to a Tesla dealership, it's really bad. But when they do it to the halls of Congress, we should pardon them. Is that your position?
No, I've never. I don't.
You see in this, and then we put. This is what's. Oh, I almost said something, man. But you know what? I don't want YouTube to take my video down, man. But this what kills me, man. I'm telling you. You know. And I tell y'all, man, if anything like this happens, they're gonna go right back to trying to flip it and, oh, Joe, what about January 6th? What about this? What about that? Well, they deliver. You know what I'm saying?
Are we okay with the January 6th
I know you haven't been around for a while, so let me
watch Scott set her straight, though, and I'm here for this.
educate you about my position about January the 6th.
I'm so sorry.
Let me
I'm
educate.
so sorry.
Let me educate you.
You don't need to patronize
you don't need to.
me.
You don't.
I'm
You don't need to be
just
condescending to me.
I'm
So
not
let me
condescending.
educate you about my position. You want to attack me? Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Let's do this January 6th and then narrate.
I'm sorry you're getting emotional.
Yeah, I'm sorry you're a condescending person who hasn't been paying attention to what I do.
Okay. Stop, guys.
So here's the issue. I didn't support what happened on January the 6th and was one of the first Republicans to call it out. I don't support the pardons. I have repeatedly, just like my friend Ashley here, said that no violence in our political system is acceptable. But this right here, what's going on with a guy who helps our country, who runs successful companies, who doesn't have to be doing this, and now one of his companies is under systematic terroristic threat and violence all over the country, and people seem to be laughing about it or fine with it, it's outrageous. I've sat at this table and had people say, we should cut Elon Musk from the government totally. He rescued our astronauts today. Is that what we want? The treatment of this guy is outrageous. These people who are doing this need to be found, put in jail, and made an example of. That's my point.
Anyone who commits violence against Tesla or Congress or anyone else should be put in jail, 1,000%. But that should not stifle dissent or opposition from Elon Musk.
Give it a little lip service. Give it a little both sides. Go ahead.
Okay.
John,
We're still both sides here. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to say that people are legitimately upset. They are legitimately upset at Elon Musk, and they're doing it on their own, but there is no reason to have violence in the country. But I just wish all of us would support criticism of, or would support punishing people who are violent wherever they are.
You know.
The halls of Congress.
And I'm here for it, man. I am here for it. You know, it's ridiculous what we have right now. You know, And I know Elon Musk came out and spoke about it. Trump came out and again, he needs to go out and sign an executive order, you know, putting his foot down on these domestic terrorists, man. I'm telling you, you know, because this right here, again, and back to what he said, man. Somebody is going to be killed, man, in one of these vehicles, you know, if we don't put our foot down right now, man. You know, and I'm not saying this because I own Tesla or because I've had Tesla for 5 years. You know, I care for people's safety, man. You know, there's a lot of people that own these vehicles. They're everywhere down here. Elderly, you know, teenage, everybody from all ages, different colors. Everybody owns has a Tesla, man. Where I'm from, and in different states, they're very popular. You know. In different countries, they are very, very popular cars, man. And people have, my point is, people have lost their mind, man. There's a mental illness going on, you know. But it kills me how they go right back to, what about January 6th? What about January 6th? You know, like, it's crazy, man. But let me know what y'all think of this, man. We have another video coming on this. It might drop before this or after this. Calling out all this domestic terrorism. But I love you guys, man. And I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. And this is one reason why I want, you know, this stuff to just to again, we got to put our foot down on stuff like this, man. Trump has to come out and sign some kind of executive order. They have to do something, man. You know, because people are trying to make their message heard, you know, by destroying other people's property, by ruining other people's life. I just don't get it, man. Again, I've seen some of the worst videos. People sticking their hand in their butt and wiping on the Tesla, spray painting, keying, knocking out windows, you know, leaving Nazi messages. You know, people are so are deranged, man, and delusional. But let me know what y'all think of this. I love y'all. And again, prayers to all you guys traveling. Prayers to anybody that has a Tesla. Again, all of us over here in Texas, I'm telling you, so many people have a Tesla. It's their daily vehicle. For you, a lot of you guys, I know tons of you guys on the channel have Teslas. It's your daily vehicle. You know, just be careful. And if you do have the Sentry mode on at all times, that is the surveillance that comes with the cars. Make sure you have that USB connected. You know, and if you don't, go order one on Amazon. It's like $5-10, and just put it in the slot and format the USB on the screen, and once that thing is lit red, you're good to go. And you know, and check your car, and when you go in and out of work or the store or a restaurant or whenever you go out to your car, make sure you check it, check the tires, do a full inspection, man. You know, a full inspection, check the paint. People have lost their mind. I want to send my prayers to all you guys, man. I love y'all, family. But I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace and love, you guys.